So what are some things every parent should know about their children's safety? Anywhere, really.
I would say, one, just knowing your child and what their fears are, and for each parent that is going to be very different based on the situation. But when you're going in different environments, I think parents should always know to look at the environment, because based on the age and stage, there are going to be things that might be a danger. It might be a lady walking into my office and I have pennies right here. And that's not safe, you know. As a child care provider, I won't have that there. But to understand that when you're going into different environments, look and see, is this a safe place for my child, or do we need to do some readjustment? And most people are okay with saying, do you mind if I pick up the pennies so that she doesn't choke on them? In restaurants and places where you're going to go eat, is it a kid-friendly place? You know, if your child has allergies and you're going out to dine, making sure to make the waiter aware, my child has an allergy to this, so please, does this item have such and such? And ask that. When you're going out to public places, I'd say a lot of the fears we've had parents report somebody in a van that kept circling the playground. Being aware of what's going on. If you're at a park, is there a single person just sitting there without kids just looking around? You know, so really the biggest piece is being aware of the environment that you're in. I'd say it's the best thing.
I don't know if we can actually answer these because they're a little bit sensitive, I guess.
Okay.
But do you have any kids here who are being abused? I don't know if you can answer that.
What I can tell you is that we've had several safety checks within our program from the county that have been reported. Yeah.
Okay. How would you deal with a kid who you know or suspect is being somehow hurt?
We'll report it immediately. We are all mandated reporters, and if we suspect, we do report it. We can choose to tell the parents or not. I typically, because I believe we have a relationship, I let the parents know we made a call, the police were here today, someone will be contacting you. Most cases are unfounded, but there have been several cases where children have been removed from our site via police escort to go to safety. It's a hard thing to do, but it has to be done. It's about the children. So.
What would you say is the reason or cause of child abuse?
Stress.
How should I or any other teen who thinks that or knows that a kid is being abused, what do you think we should do? Go to our parents or go to the police or both?
It depends. It depends on where you're at in your ability. If you're not comfortable with it and don't understand the process, always go to an adult that you can trust and tell them what you see. Most folks, particularly anybody in education, once they know, they're mandated to report. So they can choose to do it with you, do it by themselves. I'll talk to you if you want to do it with your parent and be a little more comfortable about it. When you're reporting it, you can be anonymous or you can tell them who you are. So if you're not familiar, I'd say just talk to someone who you trust and who you're comfortable with and make the report together.
Are there any things that you think could prevent child abuse? Again, broad question. But
what a wonderful world this would be. You know, abuse comes from our poorest families to our richest families. Different child rearing practices can be considered abuse. I really think education and prevention are the two biggest keys. We need to be talking about it with new parents from the get-go, with young parents always. As a country and a society, just like homelessness, hunger, and war, we talk about sex education in schools. Why not talk about abuse?
Okay. Now some happy questions. Okay. What is the best thing about working with children?
They're wonderful. You know, children learn and they grow and they soak up everything, and they're sponges. And the best thing about working with children is knowing that I was a part of some of the development of these children. And you can see that kids come back. When kids remember your name, when you've had them from 2 to 10 years old, that's Miss Jeannie, and they'll see you in this store. Particularly when you grow up and come in a neighborhood that you're working in, you see people every day. It is a joy to have the parents and their family members all talking about what they're learning. There's so much I could say. It's such a broad question. It's just a joy. I can say one thing for me I learned about this. So I could be having a rotten day and my morning can start out really sucky. And I could come into work thinking, oh, it's going to be a tough day. And I walk in and a little kid runs up, Miss Janie! And just wraps their arms around me. I have a great job. My day is completely turned around. You know, so children are beautiful. That's all I can say about that.
Okay. And we have 3 minutes left. So is there anything you'd like to add that you didn't get to add earlier about child abuse or safety or your job or what you do here?
I do believe that what's going on with the economic times and a lot of our parents losing care and being stressed out, and societies at home and homelessness, that the child abuse is going to rise. The reported cases of child abuse is going to rise. So I do believe that mandated reporters, people in the community need to take active engagement and just being present, being vocal, not being fake. I see people out and about, like in the grocery store. I saw a lady last week, and you could tell people were censoring her because the kid was having this whole meltdown fit, and the mother was so stressed out, and you could tell she just wanted to either put her hands on this child, and I just walked up to her, are you okay? Do you need some help? And just asking her, I said, it looks like you're pretty stressed out, just to validate the parents' feelings, because that's a lot of times they don't get that, and it's like, well, everybody's censoring me, and I know everybody's talking about me. And sometimes people are okay with that. Sometimes they don't want your help. But a lot of times it's just validating others' feelings. I see you're pretty stressed out, you know, and validating that. And if we talk more to each other, I think that's a start. So.
Okay. All right. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.